All right, today we're talking about red flags to look out for when you are hiring a social media agency. Let's hop in. Okay, so before we get started, some context. I'm Jordan Shelton. I've ran a social media agency for the last 12 years called Cave. Worked with a ton of companies. Also seen a lot of agencies pop up in the space, a lot of agencies come and go, and I've heard the horror stories. So today I want to give you the red flags to look out for. So you know if you come across these when you're out searching for a vendor or looking to hire a freelancer, contractor, etc., you know, hey, those are some red flags. I'm going to stay away. All right, let's talk number one. If the agency or the freelancer contractor uses any copyright protected material in their content, usually what this is copyright protected music. So say they take the latest Beyonce track and they throw it over a YouTube short or on a TikTok for a brand. Unless you have paid Beyonce, which if you're watching this, I doubt that you have. Most brands don't. Unless you've licensed that song, you are not cleared to use it. You are putting your brand at legal risk. So that's a massive red flag. That's rookie stuff, to be honest. And if your brand hasn't cleared it, if the agency hasn't cleared that song, you should not be using it. So that is a massive red flag. And that agency is actually going to put your brand at risk, something I would want to avoid. All right, number two, a lack of professionalism or sloppiness in communication. So look, you're paying them money. You're paying them money either monthly or quarterly, whatever it may be. They should respond to email. They should do so with proper punctuation in a timely manner. This is base level stuff, but you shouldn't be communicating with your agency through Instagram messages. It should be done email. Things should be buttoned up. Look, agencies, you should treat them just like other vendors. They should be held to that standard. And if they can't give you timely communication in a professional manner, that's without spelling errors, I would be taking that as a massive red flag. All right, next, if the agency is not transparent about who's working on your account, that's a red flag to me. You're paying, you should know who is working on the account. It's very common for senior people to come in, sell the account, and great, they got the business, and it makes it seem like they're going to work on the account the entire time, but then they're sending it off to a junior team or they're sending it to another business sometimes, and you're left really with the bill for that, and the accountability of the team is just passed on, from one vendor to the next, white label this, white label that. So I think it's a fair ask if you're on the business side to go, or on the brand side to go, hey, can I have access? Can I see who's working on the work? Can I meet these people? It's a very fair ask. If they won't let you meet the people, I'd be running for the hills. Professional agencies disclose their partnerships. They don't have to white label anything. That is very, very common in the space. So look, you should know who's working on your account, full stop. All right, next, if they start recommending channels without understanding your business, run for the hills. That's a massive red flag. The first thing a social media agency should do when you reach out to them, they should be auditing your account and the industry landscape, seeing what channels might be viable within your budget. Just because they like TikTok and they're good at it doesn't mean your brand should be on it with your set budget. So we want to look at, or good agencies will look at, what does your company actually do? Where are your customers? What social media platforms? And then do we have the resources to actually execute a strategy on those channels? That's the basic framework. So if somebody starts selling you on a platform before they understand your business and actually ask those questions about your audience, that's a massive red flag to me, because they're going to start to push you toward that platform, no matter its viability to your bottom line. Okay, lastly, if they don't understand long-term strategy building, which is kind of piggybacking off that last point, look, the agency you hire should understand how to use timely content, trendy content, and how that should not interfere with your original content that you're trying to build. So you want to make sure that you can actually create content that's high value, it's high quality, and do so alongside maybe some of the trendy stuff if you have budget for that. If not, if you don't have budget and you're working within a constricted, time and money space with your accounts, I get it. I would default towards creating original content. Get them to create original content. Maybe you're a local business, maybe you're a local brand, regional brand, whatever. Original content is going to be the thing that's valuable and withstands time, where if you have trending content, look, by the time you get that content finished and posted, the trend might be long gone. So it's a lot of resources, a lot of time that can be put into that, and it might not pay dividends for your brand. There's also issues with recall, which we covered in another video, brand recall. But that's a red flag for me, is if there's really this over-indexing on meme, trending content, stuff that we call the commodity content trap. So we want to stay away from that. Lastly, any agency that bashes previous clients, bashing other vendors when they come in or you're asked to audit. Look, basically, if people start talking shit, I would take that as a massive red flag. That gossiping, that will bleed through their organization, and one day they will be talking trash about your organization. So that's something that just, sets off the alarm bells for me. I would stay away from those agencies. Other than that, look, that's other red flags that I've I've seen. I'm sure there's a ton more. But if you have any others or things you've noticed, drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. If you're listening to this on the podcast, hit me up on Twitter at Jordan Shelton. I'd love to hear what red flags you've seen in the industry. All right, I'll catch y'all next time. Hit that like, share, subscribe. I think I'm supposed to say that at the end of every video. I don't even know if it works, but do that and we'll catch y'all next time.